I will play some music, but then you have to put all that. I'm not whatever, so I'm not doing all that. What's up, Mike? We let a few more people come on. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I guess I'll give it a few more minutes. How's everybody day going? It's gonna be us three. I guess I'll roll with it. Good afternoon. I'm here to give you a few words of encouragement. Um, my name is Samuel Ridley. I'm from Empowerment Community Church, where Walter Lee Simmons Jr. is the pastor. Um, so as we talked last week, I told a story about two brothers who had went to in search of gold, and the moral of the story was that you need to keep swinging in this time of uncertainty and different things. To go along with that story, uh, one of the most beautiful parts about that story is, and I always tell it in two parts. So the first part is to keep swinging, keep going, keep the faith, keep pushing forward. But the second part of the story that which is my personal favorite, is that when the brother struck the rock for the last time, when he was about to give up, he hit the rock and it opened up a vein of what he thought was gold. Turned out it wasn't gold; it was copper. And it's actually the story of one of the more successful copper mines in Arizona. And when I think about that story, when I think about what we're going through, sometimes you go into something looking for one thing, and God gives you something else of what you need. Um, in this time where we're stuck at home, things are starting to open up, different things are going on. I saw a post on Facebook where basically this lady was saying that the pandemic was one of the best things that ever happened to her, because she was starting to get stressed out and overwhelmed at work, and being forced to be at home forced her to get some rest. And I think in this time, as of uncertainty in this pandemic, we need to try to find the good things, the golden nuggets, the positive outlooks that are coming out of this. We need to try to find the positive in everything that we do. For me, the positive has been I was like her. I was running around. I was busy all the time. The stay at home has forced me to stay at home. It's forced me not to spend my money crazy. It's actually matured me in realizing that I need to look at my finances and make sure that, what happens if I do get let go from my job or I'm not able to work? Can I still take care of myself? So it's forcing me to mature and seek help and work on my finances and different things. And I think we really need to focus on how God can bless us in the midst of this pandemic. Not necessarily with money or with different things, but some of us needed rest. Some of us, the stay-at-home order has allowed us for our bodies to heal. Some of this has allowed us to get closer to our family members and different things. But another thing that I feel like has happened, and what I'm really taking out of this, is in the beginning of the year, all I heard was 2020 is the year of vision. God's going to vision, vision, vision. Well, if you really look at the COVID-19 pandemic, it is giving you the 2020 vision. We have seen that, hey, we do need to look at our finances and make sure that if we can't work, we can still survive. We do need to, we've looked at, you don't have to necessarily be in the church building to have church. I feel like the word of God through churches having online been, is now able to reach a lot more people. If you look just at our church, this pandemic, we're now 3 to 4 days a week, you get people giving you words of encouragement. This was not happening before the pandemic. Before, we couldn't go to the building. Also, it should give you vision into your friends and family and how close we need to get. Like, one of the things that, full transparency, it's made me realize even more life is precious. So I need to reach out to my friends and family more that I haven't talked to or whatever to get closer to them, because we never know when it could be our last time here, our last time together. It's just, this pandemic and stay at home has really focused me in on what's important. And that's like the moral of that story. We come in thinking we're looking for gold when in reality God's given us copper, which is metal. It's still good. We're still going to be fine. But try to take something out of this pandemic and these stay-at-home orders that is positive, that is something good for you. And I know there's no disrespect to anybody who's lost people or whose people are sick, because that is definitely sad, and my condolences go to those people. But we've been given an opportunity to come out of this different. We went in seeking gold, but we can come out with copper, and knowing that, we don't necessarily have to be in the church building to have church. You don't necessarily have to be in the church building to have communion. You can have communion at home. We're finding innovative ways to get with each other, meeting with each other on Zoom calls. There's something that before this pandemic we never thought about. If I didn't see you in public, I just didn't see you. Now, hey, I can be at home. We can have a Zoom conference and we can all still get together, see each other, talk, and fellowship. And that's something that we need to continue as we're coming out of this season, is continue to fellowship however we can. Taking a Zoom call don't take 5 minutes, and we don't have to leave our house. So it's, this year for me really is taking a lot of the excuses out that I had for a lot of the things that I wasn't doing good. That took a lot of the excuses out for me, as far as my lack of communication with people, my lack of financial responsibility, my lack of just a lot of things. That's the vision I got. That's my 2020 vision. Everybody's talking, like I say, we came in this year talking about the vision, and God's going to show us the vision. And I think he's showing us the vision, and some of us don't like it. So just keep plugging along, keep swinging, as I tell people all the time, but really try to focus on the good and the positive that you can take out of this situation. If you know people that need toilet paper, paper towels, different things, elderly people, make sure you're taking care of them. If not, reach out to somebody in Empowerment Community Church. We'll take care of them. But I love you guys, and have a good evening.